Got well, I'm barely about to put my own sunscreen. You know, you gotta have your sunscreen, okay, children? Wait, I'm a child. I am you. No, I am not you. Hey guys, so basically I will be telling you guys the story of how I injured my foot, or how it happened, or whatever you want to say. I'm just gonna be telling you guys the story about how it happened, what happened, where that happened. Also, you're probably wondering, why is she outside? Well, it feels good out here, and it's really cold in my house, and it just feels refreshing out here. Anyways, let me get to this story. By the way, don't mind me, I'm looking terrible as always. Yeah, this is just how I look when I come from school, and this is just me, okay? Okay, so it was Wednesday, September 12th, 2018 at, I want to say 1:50, 1:45, around there, in the afternoon, obviously. So I have gym the last period, well, 8th period, and so I was in gym, just minding my business, yeah, just doing me, yeah. So I can't remember what I was doing, because I have amnesia. By the way, if you didn't know, I have amnesia. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I was, so usually my whole gym class, we all play one game. Like if it's either basketball, soccer, football, dodgeball, whatever. We usually all play one game. Like that's very rare to happen in gym. Well, at least that's what I think. That's very rare because, you know, not everybody likes that one sport. Everybody wants to, you know, have their little soccer group, basketball group, whatever. But no, we just all played one sport. But that wasn't one of those days. Like that was like probably the first or second time that we didn't all play a game together. So basically, I had a basketball, and we were just playing with the basketballs, you know, blah blah blah, doing normal stuff. I didn't have the ball, so I was just standing there doing nothing, and I turn around and I see the soccer ball coming towards me. Not coming like towards me, like directly to me, but like to where I was at, to the area I was at. So I get the ball, and then one of the boys that was playing soccer, which I won't say his name because which was playing soccer, came for the ball, right? So I was just playing, and I was like trying to like rock him, or like make him fall, whatever you want to call it. And so the first time I was like, oh, gotcha, because I actually like did whatever I was doing. Like it was a success. That's when, still trying to get the ball, and then so the ball's in the middle, right? His foot is on one side and my foot is on the opposite side. So then somehow my foot gets on the same side his foot is at, I guess because I was like trying to get the ball, like trying to like not make him get the ball. So my foot is on the side his foot's at. So, but I guess he doesn't realize that because everything happened so quick. And so that's when he kicked my foot. Like I know he didn't intentionally mean to kick my foot, like it was an accident, because like I said, it happened quick, and he probably thought the ball was there and he kicked my foot on accident. So like when I tell people this, I feel like they're like, oh wow, because like a kick, like they probably think like, oh, that's nothing. But like just imagine a boy, not saying like, oh, boys are stronger, blah, 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 but like imagine a boy put all that strength to kick a ball, because you know, like, you want the ball to go far. Just imagine all that strength they're putting to kick that ball, and instead of kicking the ball, he kicks my foot, which was an accident. First, my foot is like tingling, but like I'm just like and I wanted to cry right there and then, but I'm like, no, let me not, because this is not that serious, let me just walk it off. So I was walking it off, and then as I was walking it off, I was like, no, this hurts a lot. And so then that's when I went to go sit down. And so when I sat down, the pain wasn't like as extreme as when it first happened. And I was just sitting down holding my foot, but it wasn't like that much pain. Like after, like, I want to say like 5 minutes, whatever, I start feeling the pain. Oh my god, it was like, oh no, I started feeling the pain. Like my foot, it was like all my foot, my whole foot just in pain, and it went up to my calf and like my leg, and it was just terrible. Like tingling, it was like tingling, like, you know how your foot, like when your foot's asleep and like you had to like, yeah, like that's how it felt, but it was more. It wasn't like it hurt, like it was like terrible, and it went all the way up to my calf, and I don't know why. So then that's when I just start bawling my eyes out, crying. I could not stop crying. And that's when my gym teacher, like, I forgot what he said. He said something, and one girl was like, oh, you want me to go get ice pack? And then so she goes for, but in my head I'm thinking like, I'm like, what is an ice pack gonna do for this pain? But they went to go get the ice pack. While they went to get the ice pack, he was like, oh, can you take off your shoe? I took off my shoe, and I just couldn't move it. Like it felt like I didn't have a foot. Like it was just bad. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like it was just, I couldn't move my toes. I felt like I was like stuck. The nurse and the girl that went to go for the ice pack, she actually went for the nurse. So she comes and she asks me what happened. I told her what happened. She takes off my sock, and then she checks out my foot. When she started touching it, I felt a lot of pain, and she started icing it. While she was icing it, it hurt bad too. And then at the time I wasn't thinking of this, but right now, like, I'm like, bro, I had like there was people surrounding me. Like I was sitting down in the bench like this, like that, and then there's just people surrounding me, like people in my class just surrounding me, watching my feet, my toes. And I was like, not at the time I wasn't thinking like, don't look at my toes, but like right now I'm thinking like, oh, they was just looking at my toes. Okay, but that's not the point. So I'm still crying because the pain is just like terrible. So then she wraps my foot, like, you know what the wrap, I forgot what it's called, but with the wrap, and she puts plastic wrap too over it, and she's just holding my foot with an ice pack. And then she's like, oh, I think you need to go to the ER, and like just saying that I need to go to ER. And they're like, oh, call your parents, or call your mom, call your dad, and tell them that you got hurt and you need to go to ER. So then I'm calling my dad, he's not answering. So I'm like, oh my god. And I didn't know my mom's phone number, and you're probably like, how come you don't know your mom's phone number? Well, she got a new phone and a new phone number, so that's why. So then I'm calling him again, and then he finally answers, and I'm like, oh, I got hurt, and blah blah blah, and he's over here asking, oh, who was it, what's the boy's name? Like, that's not important right now. My foot is like hurting. So I'm just like, oh, can you come pick me up? Like, I need to go to the ER. And he's like, well, I'm working right now. I'm gonna try to see. And then he's like, let me just call somebody to see if they can come pick you up. So then I hung up, and then I'm just still there in pain, crying still. And then that's when the bell rings, and then everybody leaves finally, because they was just looking at my toes. And everybody leaves, and because after 8th period we have study hall, so everybody leaves the study hall, and I'm just sitting there crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. So then that's when teachers come in, and then they were just like, okay, so the nurse, she was just like talking and just like trying to make me avoid that I'm in pain, but like, I'm in pain, so she was just talking, which was like that was good from her part, but I was in pain. And she was very helpful. So then teachers come in and like, oh my god, what happened? Oh my god, not Jazzy. Well, yeah, it happened to me, boo. It happened to me. So finally my dad calls back, and then he's like, I don't know what he said, because he just like pass the phone to your gym teacher, your teacher, whatever. And so I just passed it to my gym teacher, and then I don't know, they're talking, saying something, I don't know. And then that's when he was telling me that they were outside, and telling me that while removing me, because I was in a chair, because first I was on the bench, but then they moved me on top of a chair. And so he was just explaining to me, while we're moving, that I'm going to be in pain because we're going to be moving my foot and blah blah blah. So then that's when, okay, I was like, okay, just let's get this over with. So they start moving me, and then my gym teacher just starts recording. He was like, oh, we can laugh at this later. And I was like, okay, but I was crying, so I didn't want to like be recorded. And then as we started moving, I just got in more pain, so he just stopped recording because it was not the time to record. So then that's when I got in the car, and my gym teacher was so helpful. Oh my god, God bless him. And then so they were like, oh, this is my aunt, by the way. She was so helpful too. Thank you to everybody, honestly. So she's like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. Like, do I have to take it to the emergency room, like the ER, or do you just want to take it to clinic? What? Like, she was just like, I don't know what to do. But like when I got in the car, I was like not as in pain. But then when she like started driving and got to bumpy roads, I was like, and then I started crying. So then finally we're at the hospital, and they just put me in a chair, and I'm just rolling. They see me rolling.
They hating, patrolling, and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me.
And then so we're just waiting there for a couple minutes, waiting for them to finally see me. And then when they finally see me, I go into the room, and yeah, so and so. We were just there, and they were just asking me questions. Like, basically told me that I need to get a shot in my butt for the pain, which, oh my god, that was so painful. It was probably more painful than the injury itself. Nah, that's too far. But it was painful. The whole point is that it was painful. After I got the shot in my butt, at first I was like, man, this don't even hurt. Like, what is they talking about? Nurse came for me, and she was taking me to to get my x-ray. And as soon as she started going, I started falling, crying because that was so painful. Oh my god, it was so painful. Like, I still felt it the next day. I still felt like, I don't know how I just still felt it, because it was that painful. And then she told me to get on the table, and I just took my x-rays. And then I went back, and a little minutes later they're like, okay, so we got the results. And basically they just said it was tissue misplacing, and just deep bruising, nothing to go crazy about. She just told me that to rest. She told me not to go to school next day. They gave me pills, which I am not good with pills. Yeah, and they just said that they were gonna wrap it up, and I need to ice it, and if there's pain, just take my pills. And yeah, and then so I just went home. I rested. The next day I rested, and then on Friday I went back to school, and it was hard because I was on crunches, and I got bruises right here because those crunches were like really tall, and I could hardly walk on them. And yeah, there was people helping me out, which I was very thankful for. Yeah, shout out to y'all. I'm walking now. It's Monday. I'm walking now. So I'm gonna try to film Felicia part 2 this week, but I had to get these 2 videos uploaded. If I don't get these 2 videos uploaded, then I can't do anything. Yeah, that's the story on how my foot. Oh, and it wasn't fractured or anything. They thought that it was fractured, but it wasn't fractured. If you guys like the story, if you did not, I hope you guys like this story. If you did not like this video, please give it a thumbs down. But if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, hopefully I don't, because you'll be seeing Felicia and special guest. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.